Welcome to Cozy Dream Tale, where dreams guide our journey into the night. Tonight, we explore the Carnival of Dreams, a tale of enchantment and wonder. As the world quiets, allow yourself to relax. Find comfort in your surroundings. Take a deep breath and let go. Close your eyes and prepare to wander through a magical carnival that awaits in your dreams. Let's begin our journey into the Carnival of Dreams. Chapter 1: The Arrival. The picturesque village of Willow Creek has seen its fair share of thrills and spills, but on a brisk October morning, its inhabitants were prepared for the unexpected. Each homeless doorstep was graced with a succession of elaborate, hand-delivered packages as the sun rose, painting the cobblestone streets. A wax stamp with the detailed insignia of a carnival tent was used to seal each envelope, which included an invitation that was exquisitely hand-lettered. Despite its brevity, the message was riveting. The Carnival of Dreams is opening its gates at sunset, and we hope you'll all be there to witness the unveiling of a magical realm filled with wonder and enchantment. Come as you are, and may your dreams be a compass. In the Willow Creek, word of the enigmatic invites quickly spread, collecting in tight groups. The neighbors speculated as to where this unexpected carnival had come from and what its goals were. Some were dubious, dismissing it as an ingenious advertising scheme, while others were giddy with excitement, dying to have a sneak peek at the fantastic that had been promised. Emma, a youthful librarian with an affinity for the fantastical, was one of the captivated. There must be more to life than the daily grind of her hometown, she had always thought. Something about their offer sparked a desire for exploration and the unknown in her. There was an obvious upsurge in interest and anticipation. While Willow Creek as the day went on, people in town seemed energized to be going about their day, with lively conversations about the carnival echoing through the stores, the restaurant, and even Emma's library. To their surprise, the thick woodland that flanked Willow Creek concealed the Carnival of Dreams as it was being put up on the outskirts of town. Rumors of its impending arrival had not yet made it to the town's inhabitants, but as the sun went down, the secret would be revealed. As the sun started to set, painting the sky with a warm orange hue, the residents of Willow Creek headed towards the forest's border. Their pace grew with excitement as they were led by the haze of enchanting music and the brightness of faraway lights. As they broke out of the forest, they were met with an awe-inspiring scene. An archway of shimmering lights welcomed them to the Carnival of Dreams, which stretched out before them. The path leading into the carnival was lined with vibrant tents and flags waving in the wind. A calliope played in the distance, its pleasant melodies combining with the sweet smells of cotton candy and caramel popcorn that pervaded the air throughout the carnival. With awe in her eyes, Emma stepped over the archway. Ornate ornusals, stalls painted by hand, and performers in extravagant costumes gave the carnival an air of old charm. The atmosphere was evocative of bygone carnivals and magic lantern shows like entering another universe. There were intriguing sights that caught her eye wherever she turned. From their tents illuminated by candles, fortune tellers extended their beckoning hands, acrobats displayed the most daring and impressive tricks, the intriguing games of skill and chance offered tempting rewards. Laughter and conversation filled the air as people of all ages enjoyed the carnival's many attractions. Having said that, this carnival was definitely unlike any other. The carnival seemed to be alive, buzzing with an invisible energy. It wasn't only the strange games or the exotic performances. While exploring the sights, Emma had the distinct impression that something spectacular lay just below the surface. It looked like the carnival was becoming livelier as the night went on. As the house lights went up, music built to a mesmerizing crescendo, and the performances were absolutely riveting. It seemed like the carnival was gradually showing its real colors, stirring up something profound in the hearts of individuals who strolled around its grounds. As dusk drew near, the Carnival of Dreams was secretly getting ready to reveal its real magic and wonder to the unsuspecting guests. In the middle of the carnival stood the beautiful center stage, a building bedecked with glittering lights and colorful banners. Because of the outstanding spectacle that was promised, the townfolk came here. A silence descended over the carnival as the throng dispersed, and every gaze shifted to the stage. An explosion of light and a symphony of song heralded the arrival of the ringmaster, wearing a fitted coat of dark blue. His eyes gleamed with an irreverent sparkle, making him an enigmatic figure. As soon as he started, his voice captivated the crowd with its mix of warmth and authority. He started by calling on the audience by name, casting a spell with his words. Leading things are only the beginning at the Carnival of Dreams. Horror magic happens at every corner. Even as he talked, the circus appeared to be subdued under his rule. He seemed to embody its essence, protecting its enchantment and mysteries. He spoke about imaginations and aspirations, about secret wants, and the power of faith. The audience was captivated by his every word as the tension in the air intensified. Enthralled, Emma observed. Some aspects of the ringmaster were extraordinary. He embodied the magic of the carnival, more than just a showman. The ringmaster proceeded to provide an enigmatic array of acts. Jugglers twirled luminous balls that looked like stars, acrobats glided through the air with an otherworldly elegance, and illusionists pulled off tricks that made it hard to tell what was real and what was magical. The crowd was captivated by the ringmaster. Its last performance, however, he plucked a youngster out of the audience and asked him to be his volunteer, so he could tell everyone about his ambition. The youngster timidly expressed his ambition to soar over the air. The youngster was whisked away by unseen rings as the ringmaster gave the signal, sending a symphony of laughter reverberating throughout the carnival. The audience went wild at the end of the concert, standing ovation still. As he lowered himself to the ground, the ringmaster bowed and grinned knowingly at the sea of faces. The marvels of our carnival will only grow in magnificence when the night falls, he said. And believe, explore, and dream big. In the Carnival of Dreams, everything is possible. He then slipped away from the stage in a whirlwind of light and robes, leaving the crowd in amazement. Although the show had come to a close, the evening was far from over. The Carnival of Dreams had not yet shown its full enchantment. The atmosphere was electric after the remastered performance. With much anticipation, Emma and the other guests continued their exploration of the carnival, hoping to find even more attractions. Nothing they had seen before compared to the sights they witnessed. Emma was immediately captivated by the maze of memories. Entering, she saw a restless arrangement of mirrors, each reflecting not just her likeness but also little snippets of her life's history. Seeing her happy and sad memories from her youth reflected in the many mirrors surrounding her was both strange and emotional. An adjacent tent with the name, the Garden of Whispers, invited onlookers inside. Inside, a group of individuals strolled amid a forest of glowing trees, the sound of their leaves rustling in a gentle whisper. Walking closer, Emma could hear the trees and the trees and trees shared their former guests, their voices mingling with the sound of the wind and the leaves. The Carousel of Lost Dreams was another fascinating attraction. It wasn't your average carousel. Instead, it featured magnificently detailed mythical animals, for animals and birds. The people on the carousel seemed to lapse into a trance, their faces showing signs of profound calm and reflection, as if they were rediscovering long-lost aspirations. Continuing on, a throng had gathered at Pandora's Box of Tales. A storyteller with a unique spin presented fanciful tales of adventure and enchantment. Each story appeared to take on a life of its own as it changed and evolved in response to the audience's responses, weaving a tale that spoke to the audience on an individual level. The bow ever goes. A location where guests may, with attentive listening, hear echoes of their destiny, was the most enigmatic of all. The kaleidoscope of voices weaved together in the hall. Penalized whispers, screams, and roars to form a fabric of potential futures. Every single one of the Carnival of Dreams attractions was a work of art that tinkered with the boundary between dream and reality, lost in all by the magnificent me. The scene, the tourists were spellbound. With this newfound freedom, Emma was able to delve into the depths of her mind like never before. The carnival seemed to come alive, its enchantment becoming more tangible as the night progressed. An electric buzz permeated the atmosphere, and a deeper, more enigmatic charm coursed through the attractions. The carnival's metamorphosis had not yet begun, unbeknownst to the guests. Rumors of enchantment started circulating in the air as the clock ticked down to midnight, teasing the incredible events that were ahead as the Carnival of Dreams unveiled its true essence. The Carnival of Dreams started to undergo a gradual transformation as the night progressed. The attractions began to take on an otherworldly dimension, their enchantment becoming more palpable and genuine, adding to their already extraordinary creative and attractiveness. The change was little, but to someone like Emma who could feel the carnival's subtleties, it was obvious. An otherworldly vibe that suggested something out of the usual permeated the atmosphere, making it appear as if it were humming with expectation. People whispered about the strange things happening to them, recounting tales of attractions that appeared to understand their worst fears and most secret wishes. People who visited the mirror maze of memories claimed to see more than just their own memories. They also saw previous incarnations of themselves, complete with various decisions and routes they had never traveled. There were now not only whispers of the past and present in the Garden of Whispers, but also secrets of the future. With each spin on the carousel of lost dreams, guests reawaken long-forgotten ambitions and goals, living out momentary fantasies they'd long since forgotten. At Pandora's box of tales, the storytellers started weaving tales, but the audience was left in awe, as if they could glimpse into the future. Still, the Hall of Echoes was the site of the most striking transformation. The future's reverberations become more audible and tangible, as if they had been granted a look into their own fate. Visitors exited from the hall with expressions of awe, terror, or deep reflection. Wonder grew inside Emma as she meandered around the carnival. It seemed like the carnival could sense the hopes, fears, and desires of its guests and react accordingly. With the boundary between fact and fiction beginning to dissolve, the seemingly insurmountable seemed to be within grasp. Some of the guests overheard rumors among the carnival workers that the real magic would be unveiled at midnight. The carnival possessed an aura of intrigue and mystery due to these rumors. The ringmaster smiled knowingly as he kept an eye on the carnival all night long. He seemed to have a better grasp of the magic going on, judging by his cryptic comments to guests. He seemed to be directing the activities of the evening, leading the carnival to its midnight metamorphosis. Nerves and anticipation were at an all-time high as the clock ticked down to midnight. The carnival's spellbinding attractions had the guests waiting impatiently for the anticipated surprise. While the moon shrouded the Carnival of Dreams, its crown jewel was prepared to be unveiled. The Carnival of Dreams was silent when the clock hit midnight. As the clown lights became dimmer, the music grew quieter, creating an atmosphere of anticipation. The constant bustling circus now seemed to have stopped, as if awaited some kind of signal. The people, perceiving a shift, converged in the middle of the plaza, their features lit up by the soft glow of the carnival lights. Once again, the ringmaster materialized, his form stepping out of the darkness and onto the stage in the middle. His charisma and the mystery in his gaze made him an attraction in and of himself. "Welcome, dreamers," he said, his voice echoing throughout the wilderness. "You have been enchanted by our carnival's marvels, but now when the night falls, your experience will be much more extraordinary. The Carnival of Dreams is not just a show. It is a portal to a world where imagination soars." The carnival came roaring back to life, but in a new shape with a wave of his hand. It seemed as if the whole carnival were pulsating with a magical energy, as if the attractions themselves were illuminated by some extraterrestrial light. Upon seeing metamorphosis, the onlookers let out a gasp. Not only did the mirror maze of memories now display reflections, but it also served as a portal to other realities. Each tree in the Garden of Whispers radiated an otherworldly light, and the brilliant use of dreams filled the air. The whispers of the trees were now audible and powerful. As the riders were engrossed in their own fantastical realms, their fantasies materialized in the hypnotic swirls of color and light that surrounded them on the carousel of lost fantasies. Listeners were enthralled by the tales that came to life on Pandora's box of tales, which created immersive experiences. Last but not least, a Hall of Echoes underwent the biggest transformation, becoming a gateway through which guests may enter echoes of their future selves with short, but striking tastes of what could have been. As Emma stood in the middle of the wonder, she was filled with wonder and amazement, a place where all fears and fantasies may come true. The carnival had shown itself for what it really was made well, reality and humans blended together. The ringmaster's voice pierced through the rekindled clamor of anticipation. Here in our wondrous domain, you were free to explore all of your innermost wants, hopes, hunts, and concerns. However, keep in mind, dreamers, that your beliefs determine the reality you'll experience. The carnival seemed to react to his every word, with the rides changing and adapting in response to the guests' feelings and ideas as he talked. As the night wore on, a magical atmosphere pervaded the room as guests dared to dream big and face their anxieties. The carnival had evolved into an immersive experience, a voyage into the recesses of the human mind, rather than a mere event. The enchantment of the Carnival of Dreams started to fade as morning drew near, and the fantastical world began to recede into the bounds of reality. The events of the night, however, left an impression on the guests. The Carnival of Dreams had unveiled its hidden treasure of fantastical realm where fantasies become reality, a realm of enchantment and awe. The town was transformed as the first rays of morning reached the carnival, reawakening its inhabitants to the boundless potential of their own creativity. Chapter 2: The Transformation. The Carnival of Dreams remained a bright and attractive carnival as the sun rose over Willow Creek, just as it had done upon its first arrival. The villagers, however, saw it in a whole new light after seeing its nighttime metamorphosis. Things that had previously seemed to be only attractions turned out to be gateways to a whole other universe. Excited reminiscences of the night before permeated the carnival all day long. After being profoundly affected by her experiences, Emma was compelled to return to the carnival in order to comprehend the enchantment she had seen. She wasn't the only one who had experienced the wonderful night at the carnival. Many others were returning too, either to find out what happened or to recreate the enchantment. Anxieties was near as the sun dipped below the horizon. The increasing number of tourists was excited to finally see the makeover that everyone had been talking about. Carnival goers, sensing the arrival of onlookers, appeared to revel in the limelight, amplifying the vibrancy of the carnival's colors and the allure of its music. Resume their position at the mirror maze of memories. Emma observed the reflections as they began to transform. Once a sanctuary of contemplation, the labyrinth now seemed like a gateway to other dimensions, with each mirror holding the promise of an adventure into the unknown. There was a flurry of activity in the neighboring Garden of Whispers. Every tree appeared to be echoing the listeners' hopes and concerns in its hushed murmurs, which transformed them from mere sounds into something more substantial. There was a remarkable metamorphosis on the carousel of lost dreams. With the arrival of darkness, it started to whirl, its lights blending into a kaleidoscope of hues. The carnival creatures were now creations of the dreamers themselves, riding on the backs of Fantasta, all beings that embodied their wildest imaginations. Reality and tales were entwined in Pandora's box of tales via the storyteller's words. In the hands of the listeners, the stories took on a life of their own, weaving together a story of individual experiences and adventures. People flocked to the Hall of Echoes, which had transformed into a portal to other realities, in the hopes of catching a glimpse of the future. During the night, the echoes were more audible, and they sent images of happiness, prosperity, love, and terror. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the carnival became an enchanting realm where reality and fantasy merged. Dwellers and maidens lived side by side. Walking around the carnival, Emma had a profound sense of oneness with this otherworldly realm. The carnival of dreams, she came to understand, was a reflection of the human spirit, not only an event. The carnival had undergone its metamorphosis as the darkness descended. Every guest became the protagonist in their own fantasy tale, and the attraction transformed from an amusement park into a world where wishes came true. The transition into dreamland became more noticeable as darkness fell over the carnival of dreams. Already brimming with enchantment, the attraction seemed to be emanating an even more mysterious aura. There was a sense that the carnival was alive, changing and adapting to the hopes and ambitions of everyone who came. There was a noticeable change in the vibe, which Emma and the other guests could feel. It was like they had stepped through an unseen doorway to a parallel universe, one in which the laws of physics didn't exist. An atmosphere of expectation, and all pervaded the atmosphere, as if the carnival were beckoning them to suspend their disbelief and immerse themselves in the exceptional. Each mirror in the mirror maze of memories now served as a gateway to a potential other reality, allowing visitors to see not just glimpses of the past, but on the doors into other worlds. Emma walked inside these depictions, experiencing events from a life she had never lived and emotions connected to decisions she had never made. Not only did the trees in the Garden of Whispers start whispering secrets, but they also started whispering promises and predictions. The leaves fluttered as if carrying unrealized aspirations, each one hinted at their territory. An individual's path to self-actualization was facilitated by the carousel of lost dreams. After riding the carousel, passengers seemed to reclaim pieces of themselves as Emma saw them disembark. Their faces lit up over delight of rekindled aspirations, and their eyes sparkled with a fresh sense of direction. The tales spoken at Pandora's box of tales came to life, transporting listeners to Fantasta, or realms where they may feel as if they were a part of the action. Whoever ventured to listen to these stories would go on experiences that would test and shape them. The Hall of Echoes, however, contained the enchantment of the highest kind. Here, guests might have a glimpse into the future and feel the impact of strong, but fleeting, glimpses of what lies ahead. Each note in a symphony of echoes represented a different possible destiny for her life. Emma discovered the dream world to be a place of adventure and discovery as she made her way through the carnival. It was a place where one could face their anxieties, embrace their passions, and go into the unknown, all while reflecting the human mind. In its nighttime form, the Carnival of Dreams was an expedition into the very core of dreams, not just a performance. Everybody was encouraged to go on a journey of self-discovery in this fantasta. All where were the borders of reality, while redrawn and the unthinkable became conceivable. Dreamland attractions kept popping up throughout the night, each one telling a different tale of enchantment and metamorphosis. The ringmaster resurfaced, as mysterious and demanding as before, as the Carnival of Dreams guests ventured farther into the dream world. As he rallied the masses, his voice had an electric quality that seemed to permeate the carnival itself. Esteemed guests, visionaries of generations past, he said, his gaze sweeping across the enthralled crowd. Here your wildest fantasies become tangible, and your heart's wishes become the tapestry of reality. However, one must follow the laws in this wondrous realm. The atmosphere was electric with enthusiasm and playfulness, yet his tone was grave and solemn. Everyone was hanging on his every word as they listened carefully. To begin with, he went on, your soul is reflected in what you encounter here. Your path will be shaped by your worries, pleasures, dreams, and regrets. They hold the secret to the enchantment of the dream world. Therefore, embrace them. The audience was filled with murmurs of curiosity and fear. A shiver went down Emma's spine as she felt a combination of anticipation and a hint of dread at the thought of facing her shadow self. In addition, the ringmaster said that time is not the same in the dream world. Hours may seem like minutes, and moments can feel like hours. Keep an eye on the clock. When the sun rises, your adventure here will come to a close. There was an unearthly feel to the encounter because of the idea that time bent to the will of the realm. In response to the ringmaster's comments, Emma looked down at her watch and saw that the hands had frozen, as if in agreement. Finally, he said, keep in mind that even while your dreams might reveal a lot about your inner life, not everything you see in your dreams can be translated into reality. The Carnival of Dreams is the right place for certain dreams. And with that, the ringmaster slipped away, leaving the audience to think on what he had spoken. His word of caution lingered, a constant reminder that their exploration of the dream world had been an incredible adventure as well as an opportunity for deep self-reflection. The magnitude of the expedition she had set out on became clear to Emma as her pulse raced with excitement. The carnival was more than just a getaway. It mirrored the intricacies of the human psyche. With these guidelines in hand, the tourists entered the dream world, searching for their own truth and narrative. The enchanted carnival was waiting for them to discover its secrets and marvels in the dream world. As the ringmaster and his brats resounded in their thoughts, the Carnival of Dreams guests continued their exploration of the realm, guided by the gentle, otherworldly light that seemed to come straight from the carnival. A feeling of awe and intrigue permeated the atmosphere as the secrets of each attraction were unveiled. The mirror maze of memories beckoned to Emma again. This time, as she made her way through the maze of reflections, she interacted with characters from her recollections, as well as moments from her past. He lived in a time of pure delight and happiness. She chatted with a childhood acquaintance she hadn't seen in years. It was a discourse that melted the boundaries between recollection and actuality. It was that real and vivid. People were feeling more than just dream echoes by in the garden of whispers. They appeared to be having talks with spirit beings that represented all of their greatest hopes and dreams. A teenage artist had a conversation with his future self, who revealed his abilities and the directions his work may go. A person's hopes and dreams might be explored on the carousel of lost dreams. From ruddy to faraway regions full of adventure and mystery to standing on a platform owning a claim, riders were whisked away to situations that represented their greatest dreams. Now listeners are actively participating in the tales at Pandora's Box of Tales. The stories brought them to life as characters, taking them on journeys that made them face their anxieties and show their bravery. The listener's life and decisions were mirrored in each narrative, which took them on a personal trip. Still, the deepest conversations took place in the Hall of Echoes. As they stepped out, the guests' faces betrayed a mix of wonder and fear. Entering the hall, Emma felt a mix of curiosity and a touch of unease. On the inside, she could hear a symphony of voices that came together to paint a picture of a future she could see. She saw a future when she had abandoned her ordinary life to pursue her dream of becoming a writer. The image was so powerful that it made her doubt her decisions and the direction she was heading. These incredible interactions kept happening all across the carnival as the night went on. Every guest addressed their history, embraced their hopes and concerns, and got a peek of their future selves. The carnival had transformed into a world of introspection, where people might achieve the seemingly impossible and reveal the most hidden parts of their hearts. These experiences had a tremendous effect on Emma, as they did on many others. Going to the carnival was like taking a voyage into the heart of dreams, rather than just escaping from reality. As the sound set over the carnival of dreams, Emma felt an irresistible pull toward a hidden corner of the amusement park. Hidden among the colorful tents and lively attractions was a modest tent, lit only by gentle, welcoming light and cloaked in shadows. The weaver of dreams missed the message shown on the entry sign. Curiosity piqued. Emma entered the tent and was met by the weaver, a ghostly creature that seemed to be both a part of it and something else entirely. Weaving profound insights and wisdom in her eyes, and her speech touched Emma's spirit like music. "Greetings, dreamer," the weaver said. "In this hallowed place, your wildest imagination will come to life, but watch out. Since if you let your guard down and expose what really wants, you can also find out things you weren't expecting." A mix of anticipation and fear washed over Emma. This seemed more intimate, deeper than the other carnival magic she had encountered. She was clearly prepared to face whatever was ahead because she nodded. With hypnotic dexterity and lightning speed, the weaver started to weave a tapestry. As Emma worked, the cloth glistened with a myriad of colors and pictures, each thread symbolizing a different aspect of her life, her dreams, and her anxieties. As Emma saw her lifelong ambition materialize, the tapestry gradually took form. It was a lifelong goal of hers to put pen to paper and have her tales read by people all across the globe. In the dream, she was surrounded by people who had been deeply touched by her work. As she stood in a bookshop, her name emblazoned on the cover of a best-selling paperback. However, the tapestry also showed her crippling concerns, which included rejection, failure, and inadequacy. In her dream, Emma could feel her ambitions and anxieties entwined. I was both overwhelmed and enlightened by the event. It was up to Emma to overcome her worries and do what was needed to make her goal a reality. But she soon discovered that her desire was within her grasp. Once again, the weaver said as the image dwindled, "The dreams we create were mirrors of our inner selves, so keep that in mind. They point us in the right direction and show us the way, but ultimately, it is up to us to go." Emma felt changed as she stepped out of the tent. Along with the enchantment of dreams, the carnival had shown her her heart's desire and the challenges she must surmount. Even after the carnival had gone, the realization would linger in her mind. The carnival of dreams, enchanted domain, gradually faded back into the boundaries of reality as Marine drew near, its power waning. However, the event made a lasting impression on Emma and the other guests, serving as a poignant reminder of the significance of dreams and the enchantment that resides inside every individual.